All right, so what's in your go bag? So today's video, I'm going to be going over what is in your evacuation bag and about being prepared. My name is Amanda Brown, and I'm a realtor of the Central Coast, California. After last week's events with the Los Angeles fires, I think that so many of us watched in just disbelief and horror of what could possibly happen so quickly, and watching thousands of people lose everything, especially but the possibility of losing your life and, of course, our beloved pets and animals. And I kept watching this, and I was glued to social media and the news like so many people were. And I think that so many people here on the Central Coast were as well were watching, knowing that that could very well possibly be us. So I thought, well, what could I do? I mean, I've donated, thought, what could I do to help that's a little bit extra? And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a video about what is in my go bag, because I had created these a while ago for myself and my family. So if anyone sees this video and this helps them, if they are ever in this situation, then I did my part. Okay, so let's start what is in my go bag. And again, really quick, if there is anything I missed that you think is really important, I would love to know so I can add it. Do that in the comments below. Okay, so first, I bought every family member of mine an evacuation bag. You can get these on Amazon. They're very inexpensive. Most go bags or evacuation bags that you're going to purchase, they already come with items like kind of survival items that you would need. They're like the miniature version of camping. So this one came with some pretty good stuff that's very important. Like this is a squeeze dynamo flashlight. So this is actually a flashlight that's super important to have. So these are also important to have if you are stuck in your home. If, for instance, there's a large earthquake or something like that, that you can, grab your go bag right here, and it has these items in it. Okay. And also why it's so important to have a go bag is because if you think you're going to run around and pack the right things, probably not in a panic when you keep getting these notifications. You can smell smoke or whatever is going on. And again, these natural disasters, they come fast and furious. So what else we got in here? A whistle and emergency blanket, first aid kit, those type of items. Okay, so I would say next is very important is a change of clothes. Remember, if you have small children, to update your go bag or their evacuation bag, every 6 months or a year. Just put it in your calendar, remind yourself, because you don't want to have your little ones that aren't as so little anymore not fit in the clothes you put in there. So also you want to think about during whatever time of the year it is for seasons, if you can. I know it starts to get kind of like you run out of room, but make sure it's like a sweatshirt, sweats, but also summertime, you're going to want, shorts and a t-shirt. I thought also too would be good is if you are in an evacuation center or something, is to have just a notepad and pen, things to write down. You're gonna have a lot of thoughts on your mind. Oh yes, here we go. This came with the evacuation bag. This is water that is not in plastic bottles, but also I love it because it's compact and you have several of these. It'll last you for quite a while if for some reason you're in a place where you had no drinking water. And most of these evacuation bags come with water tabs to disinfect water if you needed to do that too. But on a personal level, I thought that there's certain things we really want to make sure we have to stay hydrated, to stay comfortable. So in mine, I have, I know it might seem silly, but lotion. Here's actually these little toothbrushes right here. I found this to be important. It's emergency packs. These are so tiny and they're easy to put like stuff away, but this will help with keeping you hydrated and your basic B vitamins and vitamin C. For us girls, we need hair ties. And of course, a hairbrush, But these are things you think about, like you don't think about, especially if you are in a rush. Of course, Advil. Here's the one I think is really important for especially our fair-skinned selves and children is sunscreen and chapstick with sunscreen. Oh yeah, I have face wipes. I think that after This is going to be could be a very stressful time. It will feel good at night if you're in an evacuation center or whatever. I'm not sure if they give these things out. Luckily, I've never had to be at one because of a natural disaster, but that'll feel good for you and your loved ones to be able to just wipe their face clean. And then right here, these are water bottles that I keep in my car. You can also get these pretty much in most stores, but you can get a box of these on Amazon. And I keep it in my car because it's not in plastic. Therefore, if the temperature changes, of course it would in our car, I can store that in there. I do recommend you keep a lot of these items in your car if the car doesn't get too hot, because you could be at work and your go bag is at home. So I know it may seem redundant to always start getting all these little items, but I really do think it's a good idea. Speaking of our loved ones is, of course, our pets. And make sure you have some dry dog food or cat food in your go bag. And, of course, a leash. Also a rule at my house that you keep the dog leash always in your car. We don't need to really necessarily store it in the house. When you're done walking the dog, you put the leash back in the car because of this reason, that when you're in a panic, and also your dog or your cat, they will feel that and they're going to be in a panic. So you don't want to forget something so important as a leash. Okay, so then this is also something I think is really important, is your medications. So what I did is I put together like 7 days worth of certain medications and supplements that I find that either my body absolutely needs to have or that makes my life much more comfortable. If I didn't have those, it wouldn't be good. And then, of course, you're going to want non-perishable foods. These are great. They're chicken snack sticks, so they're high in protein, granola bars, more emergencies, some peanuts. And again, you're going to want to go through this I would check about once a year, because it is kind of surprising how long these items can stay good, but it's super important. Okay, again, this is a really important one is if you wear glasses or contacts. Emergencies can happen in the middle of the night and you're not going to have your glasses on or your contacts in. So I'm like the type of person that I wouldn't be able to drive. I mean, it wouldn't be safe, that's for sure, if I didn't have my contacts in. So I make sure in my emergency bag that I have an extra set of my contacts and a pair of reading glasses. And here's a little container for my contacts. Okay, now this is a little bit doomsday, for sure, but we do live near a nuclear power plant. So this is potassium iodide tablets, and this does protect your thyroid from a radiation fallout. All right. And many of you may have never seen this in your life before, but this is a map. A paper map. Could be very important if you are driving and you don't have cell phone service, is a map. And this would be, I think, very important. Make sure that this is either, in your car or in your go bag. So that's what this thing is. It folds out. I'm not going to do that right now, but super important to have a map in your emergency evacuation kit. And then I received this in the mail. This is from readyslow.org. And I think, you get something in the mail and you may just, I don't know, where are you going to put this, toss it out, or you don't remember where you shoved this. So I put it in the go bag. And this tells me exactly from where I live, where my evacuation center is. This is my last one. And this one is very important. In here is my passport and my son's old passport. So if we are separated, I have some sort of ID of my son. And even when we go travel, as soon as I get home, I put my passports back in my go bag. Cash, definitely want some change and some cash. This one is where my digital assets are. So I keep them off the internet, but this is very important to me, this little gadget here. I do not want it to be destroyed. But just in case it does, I made sure I wrote down all my passwords. And this gets a little morbid, but this is my life insurance policy and a note to my children of where things are. So it says for my kids. Oh, I know one more thing is phone chargers, of course, and a block. But I think that's in my son's go bag. So I do really hope that this does help somebody. If they don't have this, being prepared is at least one thing you can do when you feel like everything else is out of control. I hope this helps. I hope you can take some ideas of mine. And again, if there's something I missed, please put it in the comments below. And I hope none of us ever have to use this, but just in case, this way you are prepared.